guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you several healthy-ish breakfast ideas for the week that you can make. Today I am making some pancakes, and I have a full recipe of how to make these. I will link it in the description box, and I'm also going to saute some spinach and make some eggs to go with it. So for the spinach, first I'm just sauteing a little bit of garlic, 2 cloves, and then I'm gonna add the spinach. I've added spinach and some seasoning. You can do salt and pepper. I did pepper and a little bit of baguette. And you just cook it until spinach is well cooked. So now I'm gonna cook the eggs, and here is what the spinach looks like. With 2 pancakes, and on this griddle I can make 12 pancakes with the batch that I made. For these I am going to add some chocolate chip to them. If I have blueberries, I'll add blueberries. And I like my eggs either over easy or sunny side up. So I added about a tablespoon of maple syrup onto the pancakes. And I like to serve mine with kefir. For breakfast this morning, I am having a yogurt parfait. Now usually I would like to layer it with some fruit on the bottom. Stop it. Like pitted cherries, strawberries, blueberries, peaches, that type of fruit. I don't have any on hand. Time for grocery shopping. But I use the Liberté extra creamy, 5%. I do use it a little bit higher in fat. I do feel it keeps me fuller. And then I do some granola, usually homemade, or I do like to do the ancient grains granola from Natural Path. And then because the yogurt is plain, I add a splash of vanilla, and then I also like to add a sweetener, and the one I'm using is stevia and monk fruit. The reason why I add that is because I hate honey in the yogurt. I find it makes yogurt so sour, so I always add a sweetener, or I don't add anything, or I'll add a scoop of my Shakeology protein powder in it. So I measured out everything. I'm going to assemble it and enjoy it. For breakfast this morning, I am having an omelette. I am all out of spinach, so I'm just going to chop up jalapeno and a tomato and top it off with some salsa. I have my feta cheese. I'm just doing half a serving because we're having spaghetti tonight, so I know I'm gonna have a little bit of Parmesan there. And then 2 eggs. I'm already preheating my pan while we cook breakfast. My husband cooked breakfast for my daughter, so I'm gonna measure out my greens in here just so I know how much I'm having. So I had cut up my veggies, about 3/4 of a jalapeno and a whole tomato. I'm also going to add just a little bit of our homemade cured sausage. It just adds so much flavor. So I'm gonna add that first. I'm gonna add the veggies and cook it down a little bit. So hot. So I scrambled the eggs and everything's ready here, so I'm going to add my eggs. And let that cook for a little bit. I'm going to add my cheese so it melts in. For breakfast, I had cooked some turkey bacon, 1 slice of rye toast, And then I'm making some sunny side up, well, over easy. And I just cover it so that way I don't have to flip it. So here it is. I'm not having any kefir because that would be 3 proteins, which would be a little too much for me. And then I'm having some pickled hot peppers to go with it. For next breakfast, it's super easy. I recently discovered this recipe. I mixed my Shakeology chocolate powder with vanilla yogurt, and it tasted like chocolate mousse. You can also just do plain yogurt with some vanilla and some sort of a sweetener. It is so delicious. It's like having dessert for breakfast. The next recipe is not as easy to make, but it's definitely one that you can freeze. So I am using some oatmeal, oats, cream and milk, eggs, vanilla, cinnamon powder, and some baking powder. I will have the recipe linked down in the description box for you. And then you start by mixing your dry ingredients first. So your oats, your cinnamon, and your baking powder. And I'm using this new to me tool. I had actually found it at our Dollarama, and it works really well in mixing up dough or a batter or anything like that. And I really like it. So once my dry ingredients was all mixed together, I proceeded in adding wet ingredients, which was eggs and milk. And don't forget your vanilla. And you want to make sure your eggs are mixed well, and then everything is incorporated together well. And then I went ahead and added some blueberries to this, about half a package. I would say about a cup of blueberries is what I have added. And you want to wash them before you add them. Now at this point you could add chocolate chips, strawberries, even peaches I think would taste good, or you can just leave it as is and add drizzle maple syrup at the end. The possibilities are endless. This will go into the oven and it will get baked. Using my cast iron baker from Pampered Chef, and I'm just adding a little bit of coconut oil to it just so it doesn't stick, and then I'm going to pour the batter in, and into the oven it goes. But before I put it in the oven, I do cover it with aluminum foil. The great thing about this recipe is that you can meal prep this and enjoy it a couple breakfasts during the week, or you can even freeze it into individual containers and then just take it out and heat it up in a microwave for so you have it in a freezer for those quick breakfasts. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching.